tweet, folks. A tweet gives us the most interesting and best news of the week on Dungeons and Dragons. Why? You had a whole week dedicated to news releases, the last news release of which you told us to go watch your regularly scheduled Friday programming, in which the first 20 minutes of your regularly scheduled Friday programming, you recapped everything you did this week, to then not announce anything new other than D&D Celebration coming later this year. And then the head of your department tweets the most interesting news ever in a 4-series tweets that a third book is coming between Wild Beyond the Witchlight and Strixhaven. That's how you chose to announce your news? Not the whole hype week you built up? It didn't have to tell us anything. The tweet doesn't tell us anything. You could have just said, surprise, bring, Tumblestrum tells me blah, 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 third book's coming, yay. Great. Well done for paying for people to do cosplay and edit videos, but no. We get it in a tweet from Ray Wininger. Let's take a look. People have been asking about what's going on. Yes, Wild Beyond the Witchlight is Chris Perkins' adventure from the blog post. Strixhaven is Amanda Hayman's project. We have not yet announced James Wyatt's project, which releases between Wild Beyond the Witchlight and Strixhaven. We didn't. Why did we announce Strixhaven so early? I think it's because of the Amazon leaks, but they're saying we couldn't have released the Unearthed Arcana for Strixhaven without spoiling it. And that is true, right? People would have figured that out. You'll learn a lot more about these products at D&D Live on G4, July 16th and 17th. And yes, there is still a surprise or two left. So, hope you guys got your bank accounts ready, because September, October, and November, we're going to get a new D&D book. So, we still don't know what that James Wyatt project is, whether it's an adventure or a source book. Could it be Dragonlance? I don't know. I hope so, but I'm starting to lose faith a little bit. But yeah, 3 books coming. So, it's going to be an absolute nightmare for me. I better start sleeping now. Let's be honest, we know I won't. But I should start sleeping now so that I can cover 3 books back to back from September to November. But, I mean, it'll also be great for content here on the channel. Speaking of the channel, if you have not subscribed, I highly recommend you do so and turn the notification bell on, because as news drops like this and future news, I will continue to cover it as fast as I possibly can. So, to go back and talk a little bit about that Dragon Talk Live, yes, the first 20 minutes of the hour-long thing, we're just recapping the week of Legend lore, but they did tell us that D&D Celebration is coming back, which has never been a thing before, but I think due to the stellar miss that was D&D Live 2020, which you can go ahead and watch all of the hot takes from mine live from last year on our Twitch channel. It was received very, very poorly. And handled poorly, I think, as well. So they made up a new thing called D&D Celebration that happened in, like, September. And that was kind of like, let's make up for it. So they're bringing Celebration back. So we'll have D&D Live with G4 in July, D&D Celebration in September from the 24th to the 26th. They're saying it's going to be very similar to last year, just bigger in all aspects, live play, panel, and so on. They'll obviously be focusing a lot about Wild Beyond the Witchlight. We'll have just launched a couple days prior. But they're announcing kind of a reality TV show style thing, which they're basically equating to Top Chef for Dungeon Masters, called the DM's Challenge, which will be a best of DMing challenge. It's going to have 3 phases. It's going to have an open submission, which will launch on the 17th of June, which we don't know what it is. It basically, they'll tell you what it is on the 17th. Everybody's got 72 hours to submit, upon which submissions are closed. They'll go through the whole first wave of submissions to phase 2, which will be down to 10 finalists. And then they'll get into the final 3. We'll do, the 10 finalists will be doing weekly challenges until the final 3 are there. And I think the winner will be announced at, the top 10 finalists will be announced at D&D Live. Then they will need to break that down further into weekly challenges, down to final 3 DMs who will have to face off by DMing an encounter live for a select panel of experienced judges. And the winner of the overall DM challenge will be announced and crowned at D&D Celebration in September, where they will get a massive prize pack and apparently a super awesome trophy. So there you go. I'm just I can't understand the marketing behind this. You had news that like your head of D&D could announce in the form of a tweet, but you couldn't. Like I said, that would have been the icing on the cake for this week of Legend Lore, where you just have her say, "Oh, I'm getting in, oh, Legend Lore is telling me of secret lore yet to be defined of a mysterious third book coming out sometime between the Wild Beyond the Witchlight and Strixhaven. More information will be announced at a live, what is G4? D&D Live 2021? Oh, like, that's how you do it, folks. Don't let your... I'm just frustrated. Anyway, if you want to see more news coverage and other stuff that I do here, like I said, subscribe to the channel. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.